Hey, so the question today is why sell your house off market? And I'll tell you where that question is coming from. So, in the last year, there have been a disproportionate number of properties sold off market as compared to the whole. Like in every market, we see homes sell off market, they don't ever go on the MLS. But this year in particular, there have been a disproportionate number as compared to the rest. So it's important to pay attention to emerging trends or even new trend lines. And that's one we're seeing. We're also seeing that in our own business that we have done more this year than before. And so in paying attention to that, trying to break that down and go, okay, well, why is that? What are we hearing from people and why would they want to do that? I have always been in the school of thought that you should put your house out there to the larger market. That is going to bring you highest and best. Highest and best, maybe. Right now, there's a lot of uncertainty in the market and in the air. We have seen showings resurface, which is great because showings are a lead measure for contracts to closings. And so we measure all of those numbers. But with the uncertainty in the air, you could have 30 showings and nobody is a serious buyer. Which can cause a lot of stress for a seller. They're having to get their house ready and cleaned for every showing. They're having to leave. They're occupying the house. And a lot of times just seeing the sign in the yard can cause a whole lot of anxiety. And so what we like to do is come alongside people and say, is now a good time for you to move? And if so, what does that look like? What does the number look like? What does your timeline look like? What are you looking for? And let me see if I can find it. And let me see if I can find you a buyer. Sometimes we can, and sometimes we can't. We have to go on market. And it simply was a buyer that was under a stone that I hadn't, uncovered yet. So the sellers right now, they really are benefiting from the space that's created there between like going on market versus not, and having one or two showings versus 30. It gives them space and time to think about their next steps. For buyers, let's not underscore this either. Right now, I don't know if y'all have looked on the market. There's not a lot of great stuff out there. There certainly are homes that sell still quickly. There are homes that still sell for with multiple offers, but that's when they have it all and they're priced really attractively. But for buyers, sometimes they've been looking for months or a year, and they're just not finding it. And we have been able to find and secure exactly what they're looking for. I like to think that I listen well and observe and, know what somebody's looking for and think it'll be a fit. Not always. It could be that they have the time to be very picky, and they want to do that. And, kind of like the space that you have, you'll fill it with stuff. Same happens with time. So if you have time, a lot of times you will push that decision off until the last minute. And I hope that we find you a fit before that egg timer goes off, or whatever that egg timer means, whether it's a school decision or just like losing your mind in traffic, something like that. I don't want you to lose your mind in traffic. So if that's you, if you are stressed about making a decision, you don't know where you're going to go, you don't want your house to linger on the market and become stigmatized, please reach out to me. I am a no pressure person and would love to meet with you, understand what your house lacks that you need, want to understand your goals and where you want to be, and see if we can get you there, and see if we can get you there with a minimal amount of discomfort. Thanks for listening. Y'all have a happy, Merry Christmas season. And I'm sure I'll see you in the new year.